Hello, and thank you for joining us once again on Classic Vinyl Podcast. This is the podcast where we listen to and review classic vinyl hits from the 60s and 70s. I am one of your hosts, Justin, and I am once again, like always, joined by my co-host, Tyler.
Should old acquaintance be forgot and never brought to mind?
Well, that's what we're looking for.
Yeah, something like that.
So this is going to be our last episode of the year.
Mm-hmm.
And once again, we're going to be kind of doing a special episode. If you listen to our year-end episode last year, we did the same thing last year. We did the Billboard Charts of 1964. This year, we're going to do the Billboard Charts of 1965.
Yeah, we're only 60 years behind, but...
Yeah, it's not too bad.
Yeah.
So what I did was download a chart of the top 100 Billboard songs of 1965. And what me and Tyler have done is we spent the last 2 weeks poring over these songs and making our own top 25. We would have done a top 100, but that just would have been too long of a program.
Yeah. Do you know how many of these songs I've never even heard of?
Probably quite a few.
Yeah.
And there's probably quite a few that you've heard of once you listened to them, but you probably didn't know them by the name of the band and the title.
And one of those made it to my list.
Well, that's good. What we're going to do is we'll do our top 25. I will tell you what Billboard has at that chart position for the year end of 1965, and we'll tell you what we put at that position and where it was on the corresponding Billboard charts.
Yep, some of it moves up, some of it moves down, some of it even stays the same.
We'll have to keep track of what the biggest movers and whatever, up or down, are.
Yeah.
So, without further ado, if we go to the Billboard charts, the number 25 song on the Billboard charts in 1965 was Mr. Tambourine Man by the Byrds. Now, that's a song we've done before on this podcast.
We've done a couple of these songs on this list, on this podcast.
Yeah, we have. So, Mr. Tambourine Man by the Byrds, a Bob Dylan song. What did you put at your number 25 song?
Well, I didn't put Mr. Tambourine Man. In fact, I moved him up a little bit, but we'll get to that later. My number 25 is Cast Your Fate to the Wind. This is a song that is an instrumental song. It's by Sounds Orchestral, and it doesn't have any lyrics, but the tune is very familiar, and I can hear that this song has influenced other songs that have been written after. So that one was originally number 26 in the spot. So
you moved it up one.
I did.
That's not too bad. That one didn't make my top 25. My number 25th song is Barry McGuire, Eve of Destruction.
Oh, that's a beautiful song.
Yeah, I've always liked that song for some reason. So pretty decent song.
For sure.
Anyways. So the number 24 song on the Billboard charts in 1965 was Jay and the Americans with Cara Mia.
Yeah, Cara Mia. It's a very Italian sounding song. By Jay and the Americans.
Yeah, I like Jay and the Americans.
You know, I didn't mind them, but I didn't put them in number 24. Number 24, I put Roger Miller's King of the Road, singing about being a hobo. I love that song, which was originally higher up the list. It was on number 12, so I knocked it down, but it's still up there. What's your number 24?
That's one that didn't make my list. I do not like that song. One thing I forgot to say is on the Eve of Destruction, it was number 29 on the list, so I just moved it up 4 spots.
Yeah.
But my number 24 song is the Beau Brummels, Just a Little. And I moved that up quite a bit because number 24, it was number 56 on Billboard's charts.
Wow.
So right now, that's our biggest mover.
Yeah.
So the number 23 song on the Billboard charts was The Seekers with I'll Never Find Another You. What was your number 23 song, Tyler?
So number 23, I put Do You Believe in Magic by Lovin' Spoonful. That one started off at number 89, so I moved it way up there.
It's a good song. There's no doubt about that.
Yeah, it's a good one. It's one that I had heard before, which is 9/10 of the justification for me moving it up.
That's 65 spots. It's going to be hard to beat that one.
That's a big one. Yep. What's your number 23?
So my number 23 was by the band called We Five, You Were On My Mind. And that was actually a pretty high charting song on the Billboard charts.
Yeah.
It charted at number 4 originally. So although I moved it 19 spots, that doesn't quite compare to where you moved yours.
True.
So the number 22 song on the charts, Billboard, Herman's Hermits with Silhouettes. What did you put as number 22 on your list?
So this is interesting. I put another Herman's Hermits song.
Just not the same one.
Just not the same one. I put I'm Henry VIII, I Am. which is a huge step up. Was number 46. Silhouettes, it's just not as catchy, or as I haven't heard that one as much as I've heard Henry VIII. So that's why I put that one up there. Where do you put there?
Well, that one doesn't even make it into my top 100. I hate that song.
That's
so,
fair.
but I know you like these goofy songs, and
Mhm.
so it's just kind of standard, right?
Yeah.
So my number 22, which actually dropped 6 spots from number 16 on the Billboard, is Sonny and Cher with "I've Got You, Babe."
I love that song.
Yeah, it's a good song. It's kind of a little overplayed as far as I'm concerned, but it's still an excellent song. I like hearing that one still.
And it belongs up in the top 25 for sure.
It does. So 21 on the Billboard charts was the Righteous Brothers with "Unchained Melody," an excellent song.
Oh, my love.
Yeah, it reminds you of Ghost, doesn't it?
Sure does. Always.
So what'd you put at your number 21?
For number 21, I put "What the World Needs Now" by Jackie DeShannon, which originally was at number 63 on the spot. So I bumped it up pretty significantly.
Yeah, that's more than 40 spots.
Yeah. What's your number 21 spot?
My number 21 didn't move too far. It was the number 25 on the Billboard charts, The Byrds with "Mr. Tambourine Man." Excellent song.
Yeah.
So the number 20 song on the Billboard charts was the Supremes' "Stop in the Name of Love." What do you got on number 20, Tyler?
So number 20 is a little bit of an homage to my belated father-in-law, Mrs. Brown. "You've Got a Lovely Daughter," another Herman's Hermits. That was one of his favorite songs. And that one was originally at position number 19. So not too far of a...
No, you just dropped it down 1 spot.
Exactly. I just took him down a peg. What do you put for number 20?
Well, although I don't mind that song, it's a little cheesy for me, but it's a decent song. It hits my 60s playlist without a doubt, but it doesn't hit my top 25. Number 20 for me is the Beach Boys' "Help Me Rhonda," which I actually dropped that song down because it was number 11 on the Billboard charts.
Yeah.
But still an excellent song. So the number 19 song is the song we just got done talking about, Herman's Hermits, "Mrs. Brown, You've Got a Lovely Daughter." So what did you put as your number 19 song?
So my number 19 is the Kinks with "All Day and All of the Night," which is a huge jump up from number 62. Where
Another song we've done on this podcast.
Exactly, yeah. And I really like that one. So what's your number 19, Justin?
My number 19 actually slid down 9 spots from number 10 is the Temptations with "My Girl." I've always liked that song. I get into a lot of that Motown stuff.
Yeah, it's a really good one.
So number 18 on the 1965 Billboard charts was Ramsey Lewis Trio with "The In Crowd." Not a song I'm super familiar with. I know it, but seems too high on these charts. So what did you put at number 18?
I hadn't even heard that one before I had to play it. And yeah, I didn't put it anywhere in the top 25 or top 100. Number 18, I put "I Can't Help Myself," which is also known as "Sugar Pie Honey Bunch." The Four Tops, which that one placed number 2. So I knocked it down a bit, but it's a good song. Real popular.
Yeah, really good song.
And what's yours?
So my number 18 song is another song we've done on this podcast, the Moody Blues with "Go Now." It actually only hit number 50 on the charts, so we jumped that up 32 spots. So a pretty big mover there as well.
For sure.
So now we're on to number 17, which was Gary Lewis and the Playboys, "This Diamond Ring," which isn't a bad song at all. What did you put at your number 17?
Yeah, I'd heard "This Diamond Ring." I didn't realize I'd heard it, but my number 17 is "The Eve of Destruction." So I moved that one up pretty significantly. Once again, Barry McGuire, that was originally at 29. So what's your number 17?
My number 17 is actually a pretty big mover as well. It's moved up 61 spots. The Miracles, Smokey Robinson and the Miracles, "The Tracks of My Tears."
Oh,
I've always enjoyed that song. And it also influenced some Beatles songs. So I've always held a special place for that one.
so did the Beatles.
Yeah, so we move on to number 16, which was Sonny and Cher, "I Got You, Babe." What did you put your number 16?
At 16, I put the Supremes with "Stop in the Name of Love." Bumped them up a little bit from number 20 where they originally were. And what's your number 16?
So I think this might be a contender for the biggest mover because it originally hit number 87.
Oh,
It's the Beau Brummels with "Laugh, Laugh." I really enjoy that song. I don't know what it is about it. I especially enjoy the intro to it, but an excellent song.
For sure.
So that takes us to number 15, which was Junior Walker and the All-Stars with Shotgun. That's another song I'm not super familiar with, and I don't think it belongs even in the top 100, but we'll just call it for what it is. What did you put at number 15?
Okay, so Shotgun, I didn't realize that I'd heard of it. It's a song that a lot of people would probably know, but I don't know that they would know that it's called Shotgun. But I don't even think I put Shotgun in the top 25. My number 15 is For Your Love by the Yardbirds. Really like that one. I think we do that one on this podcast.
I can't remember. I know we've done a Yardbird song, but I can't remember if it was that one or not.
Yeah. Either way, I'm familiar with that one and I like it. So what's that was originally number 48. So I bumped it up quite a bit. What's your number 15, Justin?
Well, we're similar on this one. I put a song that originally hit at number 69, and it's also the Yardbirds, but it's Heart Full of Soul. I do dig a couple of Yardbirds songs. I'm not huge on their albums and things, but not bad at all, really. So that brings us to the number 14 song, Mel Carter, Hold Me, Thrill Me, Kiss Me. So what did you put at number 14?
Number 14 stays stagnant for me. It's Hold Me, Thrill Me, Kiss Me. I didn't realize that was the name of the song until I went and listened to it. I'm like, oh, of course it is. Hold me, never let me go. Yeah, and I love that song. I thought, especially considering the context of the time that came out and how popular it's been over the years, that belongs there in the top 25. And I just didn't feel a need to move it anywhere. It's kind of in the middle for me, and that's where I put it. What's your number 14?
Although I don't mind that song, it didn't hit my top 25. My number 14 is the McCoys with Hang On Sloopy. I've always enjoyed that song, and that actually originally clocked in at number 30. That brings us to number 13, which is Jewel Akins, The Birds and the Bees. What do you have at number 13?
I don't have Jewel Akins with The Birds and the Bees. I've got Bob Dylan with Like a Rolling Stone, which was originally at number 41, so I bumped that one up pretty significantly.
Not as far as I did.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What's your number 13?
So my number 13 is the Righteous Brothers, which I actually bumped this song down a little bit. It's You've Lost That Lovin' Feeling. It originally clocked in at number 5. So number 12 on the Billboard charts was Roger Miller with King of the Road, a horrible song that Tyler likes. But what did you put at number 12, Tyler?
Number 12, I put Go Now by the Moody Blues, up from number 50.
You rated that a little higher than me.
I did. I moved them a little higher than you did. What's your number 12, Justin?
I've got another big mover that came in at number 72 on the charts. Sonny and Cher, Baby Don't Go. I've always liked that song for some reason. I kind of have a soft spot for Sonny and Cher.
They really were a cute it couple in the 60s.
They kind of were, without a doubt. So that takes us to the number 11 song, which on the Billboard charts was the Beach Boys with Help Me Rhonda. I've already got that one on my list, but what do you put at your number 11?
Put a different one. I put by the Rolling Stones, I Can't Get No Satisfaction. That song, I'm not a huge fan of that song, but considering the band, considering the significance of the song, this is one where I'm giving credit where credit is due and giving the proper homage to the Rolling Stones.
Don't you feel like that song just suffers from overplay? Because it was a huge song, and it, I think, is very important even to this day for rock and roll.
And bear in mind, putting it at number 11 knocks it down 8 spots. It originally placed at number 3. So what's your number 11?
My number 11 moved up from number 74. That's 63 places it's moved. The Zombies, Tell Her No. That's my number 11 song. I always enjoyed that one. So number 10 on the Billboard charts was The Temptations with My Girl. What did you put at number 10?
Number 10, I put a Beatles hit, 8 Days a Week. That one, of all the Beatles songs on here, that's probably the one I would put the last. It does belong up there in the top 10. So that was originally number 55. I moved it up significantly. What's your number 10?
Speaking of number 55 and our Beatles conversion therapy that we're going under, I put the Beatles in 8 Days a Week. So pretty close on that one. And I kind of agree with you. Of the 3 Beatles songs on this list, this is probably my least favorite of the 3 Beatles songs, but definitely a very strong song without a doubt.
For sure.
So we're going to number 9 on the Billboard charts. It was Elvis Presley with Crying in the Chapel. Now, that one didn't make my top 100 even, but what do you have at your number 9?
My number 9 is another Beatles, Help, which was originally number 7. So knocked it down a couple spots, but it's still a really good song. I like it a little bit more than I like 8 Days a Week. What's your number 9, Justin?
Number 9?
Mm-hmm.
Number 9?
Number 9.
Well, so my number 9 moved up 40 spots from 49, and I've got the Beach Boys with California Girls. That
Well
song
done.
is kind of a perfect example of their California sound, right?
It sure is.
So number 8 was Herman's Hermits, Can't You Hear My Heartbeat on the Billboard charts. What's your number 8?
I put Hit by the Animals, We Gotta Get Out of This Place. I think we've also done that one on this podcast. That one jumped significantly from number 86, where it was originally. So that's 70-something, isn't it?
That'd be 78. That's our biggest mover so far.
Wow. Okay. So what's your number 8?
I thought I had it 1, too. That song didn't make my top 25, but it was certainly an honorable mention.
Mm-hmm.
Close to cracking my top 25. My number 8 is the Righteous Brothers with Unchained Melody. It rang in at number 21 on the Billboard charts, which I think is kind of a shame, honestly, as good as that song is.
Sure is.
So number 7 on the Billboard charts was the Beatles with Help, one you just barely had on your chart. What did you put at your number 7?
That's where I put the Byrds, Mr. Tambourine Man, up from number 25. So what's your number 7?
My number 7 actually moved up from number 48. It's the Yardbirds, For Your Love. So number 6 on the charts was Petula Clark with Downtown. It's an all right song. It didn't make my top 25, but what did you put at your number 6?
My number 6, I put The Last Time by the Rolling Stones, which is a huge jump again from number 88. So I'm surprised. Like, I'm really surprised that the Rolling Stones hit The Last Time was 88.
That's a song we've done here on the podcast. I do know that.
We have. And so I'm probably biased, but I like that song.
Is what it is.
Yeah. What's your number 6?
Well, I moved this one all the way up from number 41, Bob Dylan, Like a Rolling Stone. I think that song really is close to a top 5 song for the year.
Sure.
So number 5 was the Righteous Brothers with You've Lost That Lovin' Feeling. What do you have at your number 5?
That's where I put my Beach Boys song, California Girls, up from number 49. Pretty big jump. I'm not sure why I didn't put Help Me Rhonda, but I think I like California Girls a little bit better. So that's why I put that one to represent the Beach Boys. What's your number 5?
My next 2 songs are by the same band, and they did move quite a ways. But number 62 up to number 5 for me is the Kinks with All Day and All of the Night.
Oh.
I don't think you can go wrong with the Kinks. That's a song we've done here on this podcast. I love the guitar work in it. They're pretty important band. So number 4 song on the Billboard charts was We 5 with You Were On My Mind. What did you put at number 4?
So this is one that you just said that you didn't really much care for it. Petula Clark with Downtown. I'm a big fan of this song, and so I put it at number 4.
Well, I said I liked it. It didn't crack my top 25.
Yeah, I'm a little shocked that I bumped it like 2 spots up from number 6 where it was, but that's where it came out. So what's your number 4?
Like I said, same band as before, the Kinks, Tired of Waiting, and it moved up from number 60, so pretty big mover there.
Mm-hmm.
So we move on to the number 3 song on the Billboard charts of 1965, the Rolling Stones, I Can't Get No Satisfaction. What do you have number 3?
Number 3 was the Sonny and Cher hit, I Got You Babe. I jumped that one all the way up from number 16. So I moved it up where I think you moved it down.
Yeah, I moved it down, but it's still in my top 25.
Yeah, and it's definitely a song that belongs there.
Yeah.
So what's your number 3?
I don't change from the Billboard. I actually agree with him on this, and I put the Rolling Stones, I Can't Get No Satisfaction. And it's really going to be surprising to the listeners of this podcast what my top 2 favorite songs are. But number 2 on the Billboard charts was the Four Tops, I Can't Help Myself, Sugar Pie Honey Bunch. What is your number 2 song?
So my number 2 song is the Temptations hit My Girl. Number 10, I really like that song, and it's only beat out by one other song in my estimation on this list. So what's your number 2, Justin?
My number 2 song moved all the way from number 31. It's It was a hard decision for me on this, and it's no surprise to anybody listening to this podcast, but it's the Beatles with Ticket to Ride. So the number one song on the Billboard charts in 1965 was Sam the Sham and the Pharaohs with Wooly Bully. Kind of a fun song, and one I know you enjoy.
There's a lot of silly songs on here. Wooly Bully, I've never really gotten into that one. It's a silly song. It's kind of crazy, and it should be right up my alley.
Yeah, I was surprised that one didn't make your top 25, unless it is your number one song, but considering your comments, I don't think it is. What was your number one song?
My number one song is your number two song. I put Ticket to Ride by the Beatles as the number one song for 1965, up from number 31.
Oh my hell, the Beatles conversion therapy we're running is working.
I think last year we had a lot of matches. So what's your number one, Justin?
My number one is the Beatles, obviously. No surprise. It was really hard for me to decide between Ticket to Ride and Help. I think for me, both songs have a special meaning. They're just completely different. Help, I like the emotional lyrics to it, and it would have been interesting to hear a Beatles version of that slowed down. But Help, moving up from number 7, was my number one song.
All right.
On my chart. So that's our top 25 Billboard charts, how we think they should have been, but we're a little bit biased, and I'm certainly biased when it comes to the Beatles. I would have put more Beatles songs on there, but our one rule was we take the top 100, and we can only choose songs out of the top 100. Yeah. So that's what we did, and I guess next year we'll be on to 1966.
Yeah.
So we'll see how that goes. But
once again, I'm really impressed by the variety of sounds on this list, because when you get going through this list, for being out in the same year, they're so varied. They're so like all over the place. There's some that sound modern. There's some that sound archaic. There's some that are like super happy-go-lucky. Some that are country songs. Some that are just Motown and all jazzy. They're all over the place. You got the crooners coming out still. You've also got the more cutting edge rock and roll sounds that they're filtering in as well. So this is so much fun to do.
Yeah, there's a lot of variety to it, without a doubt. So that's our top 25 on the Billboard charts of 1965. This is our last episode for the year. We hope you all had a happy holidays and you have a wonderful new year. And thank you so much for taking your time to listen to us. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, send us an email at Classic Vinyl Podcast. But until next year, we'll see you later.
See ya. Thank you so much for listening to Classic Vinyl Podcast. And don't forget to subscribe on Spotify or Apple Podcast or wherever you listen to your podcasts. Follow us on Instagram at Classic Vinyl Podcast for updates, and also share us with your music-loving friends.